Hey, what's up guys? Shadow Steel here. Welcome back to another episode of Railworks Sundays. It's been a while since I've done one of these again. But I've been in a GP60 mood lately. Mainly because as of this month, or later this week as of this recording, the GP60 pack will be released to Train Sim World, and I kind of want to play around with that later. I have a couple plans for this, so all right, let's see where are we going here. Gotta make sure signals are clear and everything. We're good. Right there. Are we lined in? Yeah, we're lined in. I'm just gonna make sure the switches are lined. So it's been I've been kind of in I want to do some GP60 stuff lately because I think I was planning on that, but I didn't do it lately. All right, we got the brakes off, lights are on, train's ready to roll. Idle. There we go. Whoops. Notch one, please. Let's see. Is there the ditch lights somewhere on here? Okay, that's bright. That's good. Ditch lights. There we go. There we go. That's got it. Idle. So we're running the GP60s. It's kind of interesting. So, and I'm running the the BNSF variant of it, the sniff version of the GP60s, because the version that's coming to Train Sim World. So there's been a lot of discussion over this actually. So the version that's coming to Train Sim World is supposedly the one from Train Sim Classic. It's supposedly this variation of the GP60. It's from Repo, which is from Repo. Repo has made this model. But I'm not entirely 100% sure of it. If that's the case. But, yeah. If that's the case, I'm not against it. I would be more than happy to kind of, like, have these, I'm going to play around with the GP60s once I get over here anyway. So. Make sure signals are clear for us. We should be clear all the way through. Good, maybe? Okay, we're good. So make sure we have our signals clear. It's a supposedly this is a 65 minute scenario, so we should be good. Train number 111. 111. Oh, there's another train coming in. Which one are you? Oh, it's another set of oh, it's an ES44. Nice. Got a TFC coming through. Woohoo! Not a lot of audio on that front, is there? Oh, they don't have a... This doesn't have an alerter. I just noticed that. On the HUD, there's no alerter. Open the window. It is spring. We might as well open the windows. If I can open up the other window. Can you open up the other window? Or no? I don't know. Nope. Can't open up that window, eh? Right, fair enough. I think you can. I just don't know why it wouldn't work. Wait, I saw something. No, I guess not. You can see the rails for the window over there. Just won't move. Weird. Alright, there's the end of the train. Sailing Charlie. Alright, idle. Make sure we're kind of keeping our speed to a minimum here. What's our train? We've got a manifest? Oh, we got a manifest. Nice. So we're on Morais Pass, which also has a bit of rail news to it as well. I think I didn't mention this for a while, but the hotel that's on Morais Pass that features a F-45 has it's about to it's closing, or it has since closed. So find the number lights. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. You don't need the platform lights. There we go. Get the number lights on, so we got everything good. Alright. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, that looks not bad at all. And, yeah, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, with that hotel being more of a resort type area, it's kind of, I'm not surprised. Or at least I think it, I don't know. 25 and 25, eh? What's going here? Alright. Okay. Well, it's going to be a while before we get out of the yard here. I do like the speedometer here. This actually looks pretty nice here. Just pumping the throttle here, just making sure everything's good. Can I not open that window? That's bothering me. Interesting. I thought you could open up both windows, but I guess not. That's weird. They show up on the map for the hut? Yeah, they do. That's weird. Huh. Interesting. We're slowly leaving the yard. Yeah, a lot of, like, the BNSF, the GP60s in particular, a couple of them are being scrapped. The GP60B units, there's been a couple of them that have been that are in the scrap line over at, out of Washington. Over at Inner Bay. Yeah, these locomotives, I do like them. They're like the B units. I like the B units, the idea of a B unit, but from a logistical point of view, it's like, I guess it makes sense why they would start phasing out the B units for any railroad, really, because you're not, like, it's not a good, situation there. All right, we're almost out of the yard here. So once we get out of the yard, we should be able to open up the throttle a bit. Oh, there's a signal up there. What's the signal? What do we got? We got it clear? We should have got it clear. Last signal there. Make sure we keep an eye on the speed gauge here. Still at 15. We're still crawling our way out of the yard. It looks like we got the high green, though. That's good. There we go. We got a 45 limit now. All right, we can start pulling out. Woo! All right, let me see something here. Is there a crossing up ahead? We're going on to the double track main here. Oh, we're going to be on center track here for a little bit. Yeah, looks like it. I don't think we're lined for the other tracks here, so we should be good. Go through here. Woohoo! Yeah, it feels like we're running light here because we're on a 0.1% grade. Not too bad. Man, those sounds sound good. Repo has always had a way with making these locomotives sound great. Okay, that's a 50 coming up here. Oh wait, that's a 50. What's wrong with me? We're gonna be at the double track main line here in a second. I want to get our train up to speed here before we go any further. I'm not crossing over on the second track there. That's good. On notch 4. Off we go. Let's go. Yeah, the sounds don't sound bad. They feel a little quiet, but they're not bad. All right, shut her down. Ease her down so we don't go past 45. The cab seems dark, but okay. Good. Coast up the speed here. And I'll need to get a screenshot of this run so I can get the thumbnail. So I'm honestly, I personally love the GP60s. They've always been kind of a unique locomotive that I like. The Santa Fe, these were originally built for the Santa Fe for their Super C service, I think. Basically one of their fast freight service. There's actually a scenario for the Arizona Divide that showcases it on train number 991. I think I've done that on video, but I'm not entirely sure. I would have to look that up. I know there's another scenario I did that was train 991, but I mean, now we can go 50. Getting up the track speed here. Yeah, those sounds sound great. At least on the B unit. The B unit sounds decent. Hopefully, once we get out to the main pass here, I will be more than happy to take a screenshot or something like that. There's got to be somewhere where I can take a good screenshot of this train. 45. We're notch 3. We're not pulling too hard here. Got plenty of power and plenty of train behind us. Oh, we're on a 1% grade now. Interesting. We're on a 1%. We'll need to put up the power here. Oh, we're getting into the grade. Okay, that's cool. We're going to need to be working hard here. That's going to be fun. All right, boys. We're on it. Milepost. Ooh. This is a nice little sweeping curve here. Alright. Keep her going. Keep her going. Yeah, I honestly love these particular locomotives. Mainly because of their origins with the Santa Fe. They looked good in the war bonnet paint. I'm hoping that, to some extent, when we get them in Trains and World, we need to really up the throttle here a bit. We're not going so fast here. It's probably because the curves are biting us, actually. Oh, we're slowing down. Okay. I'm going to try and maintain our speed here. Got to clear? Got to clear. But the war bonnet scheme, when it comes to Trains and World, I hope to see a lot of war bonnet paint jobs for these particular units when they come to Trains and World. Or, in the future, a war bonnet livery pack, because they've already shown that Dovetail is more than willing to make livery packs for their existing locomotives, as seen with the Great British Railways pack, which was just a single locomotive with a paint job and some scenarios. So I'd be more than willing to pay for that if it's like $5 or something like that. It's not a big deal for me. Okay, slow down. Or reduce the throttle a bit. We're kind of picking up speed here. Yeah, we're picking up speed. Oh, we're in the farmland, boys. Cool. Oh, here, crossing. Hold on, there's a crossing up here. Woo! It's a dirt road crossing. Got it. Oh, it's not. Is it a crossing? It technically is. Pretty good. Trying to make sure we get a good shot of this. You see the train back there, that's cool. Some rail fanning. Alright. Spinning around the corner here. Ooh, that might be a good shot for a thumbnail there. Hold on. The sweeping curve. Oh my god, that's a downgrade. No wonder we've been picking up speed. Oh, shit. I didn't take the screenshot. I was focusing on I was trying to focus on getting the train to slow down. There we go. Screenshot. Are we... I'll zoom. Okay, we're good there. That's not too bad. Whoops, wrong button. Okay. Oh. Okay, that would off. Oh, we have a 55 coming up here. Cool. We have the wind blowing too. What's that? I wonder what that is. A lot of stuff up here. MU. Huh. Okay. Alright, pick up the throttle. Once we get in the mountains, I think that's going to be our great screenshot here. Very nice little area, though. Yeah, that sounds like old school EMD power there. I love that. I think we're going to be going upgrade most of the way up, so we shouldn't be too bad off. Got another signal coming up here. I'm on it. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, these locomotives. I just love the way they look, the way they sound. Granted, I've always loved the more obscure locomotives, like the B units back there. Those were always fun to look at. I'm sure they were a pain in the ass to operate, but, you know. Got a signal coming up here. What's our signal? What do we got there? We've got a clear, high grains. Clear. Notch 5. We got an approach on the other track there, so we got another train coming up here. There's another train just ahead of us by the looks of it. We're 5 miles away from our next waypoint. Stop at. Where's our next stop? 42. Wow, that's a long distance run. Holy hell. I didn't realize we were going that far. Notch 6. Honestly, this route, I've always, back in the day when Microsoft Train Simulator or MSTS was a thing, this was usually the route I would always gravitate towards. It was this route, and I think the Northeast Corridor was the main 2 routes I usually ran, simply because they were just the most familiar routes for me. I never really operated them too much. Mainly, I just rode the trains and just watched the trains as they went by because I was like a little kid at the time. But operating over Marias Pass now and knowing some of the controls are kind of semi-similar between Train Sim World, Train Sim Classic, and MSTS. It's kind of fun. Now, it's been brought up a few times that Train Sim Classic is kind of the MSTS 2. And that was proven false. I actually have, like, I'm on the Dovetail Discord, and I actually asked, and somebody asked about that, about whether or not MSTS. Oh, there's a 60 coming up here too. This game was built off what was left over of MSTS 2, which, yes, that was a game that was in development at the time in the early 2000s. But it turns out Matt Pedalston, the lead developer, like basically the head of Dovetail, in my opinion, basically said outright, yeah, that's not actually the case. There is some code similarities between the two a little bit, but not a lot. But yeah, not a lot per se for it to be actually the exact same. I mean, like, the key bindings and everything are kind of similar. I think he chalked that up to the fact that many players were very familiar, when this game was released, many players were familiar with MSTS more than they were with Trains with a Z, which was the other game at the time. Oh, hey, there's another freight. Hear their engines running. There's an auto rack, too. Cool. Oh, shit! Yeah, we're speeding. I know. Thank you. Lost 28 points. Not too bad, though. Didn't lose too many points. We're now down. Okay. And granted, I think I mentioned this in the last video. I'm not too worried about points. Fun fact, by the way, about the last video, Railworks Sundays video. I lost over 10,000 points with the last stop at Promontory. It was so ridiculous. I should have taken a screenshot of it because it was just so ridiculous of how many points I lost on being late. And it's like, okay, never gonna do that scenario again. Alright, now we can go, oh, there's a helper on the back end of that train, eh? I don't know if we're downgrade or going upgrade. I can't tell. I think we're going upgrade. It's a 0.5% grade, so we've been flying up the hill here. I do like just how fast. Like, this is a non-stop run by the looks of it. No switching, no nothing. General merchandise freight. Got another crossing up there by the looks of it. Yeah, that's a crossing. A lot of crossings over here. Is that another road over there? Is that another railroad over there? Looks like it. That bell could use some work, honestly. It doesn't sound right. It sounds more like a gong. Some good views of this train. Got another signal coming up here. We have a 60-mile-an-hour limit. We might as well use it. We used all the speedo. How fast can this train go, actually? 80 miles an hour? That sounds about right. With the right gearing, it would be about 60 miles an hour, wouldn't it? Only 3 camera views in here, eh? Okay. Another downgrade up there. Set the throttle off for a second. Let the train coast. I do like the radio antennas up there on the top of the locomotive there. Yeah, there's a downgrade and a half here. Not by much, though. Woo! Okay. Trying to figure out... there's not much to do here. Oh, clear! So kept an eye on that signal. Got the brakes on release. We don't need to go on running because that's not the type of brakes we're working with here. Yeah, we're on mostly flat grass here, honestly. That's kind of interesting, to say the least. So, waypoint coming up here. Next waypoint will be in 9 miles, another 10 miles from here. So that's going to be another one. So, yeah, we're going to be about 30 miles out here, boys. Long run. Not too bad, though. Got another crossing? Yep, I saw the whistle post. Blast the whistle. Let's go. That's perfect. That's 20 seconds for sure. Hey, look, there's a couple cars in the siding there. Yeah, a couple cars, not by much. Is there anything waiting on it? Like anybody over there? Nah, just a couple empty hoppers. Set dressing is always nice. Oh, I need to do that. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, I should probably do that. So, yeah. So, if you don't know, so I think I mentioned this a couple of videos ago. With the Frisco 1522's 100th birthday being this year, I was planning on releasing a scenario for the locomotive that featured the 1522 on the Wisconsin Central. And I just got it to a point now where I'm very happy with how the scenario is working. I actually did a couple more test runs of it and a couple more reworks of it. And I'm thinking in maybe a couple weeks, maybe late at the end of this month, if not on July 4th, hopefully, I'll get that scenario up on Train Sim Community website. Because the website, the scenario uses third-party assets, so it cannot be shared on the workshop. And I even asked about this, like, can you use stuff on the workshop that is not... Can you actually put stuff on the workshop that's using third-party assets? And everybody was like, nope, no, you can't do that. Because it literally won't let you. Which is disappointing, but I guess it makes sense. But if you're on the TS Dieselworks Discord, by all means, this is where I usually try to post updates of what I'm doing in terms of my custom content, like reskins and stuff like that, and route progress. Which that's another thing I need to do, is actually do the route dev vlog for the Blackwater branch, which is another thing I've been doing lately. And, yeah, that needs to be done as well. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a grade. We're on a grade now. Holy crap, man. Got a signal up there. Clear! Yeah, we're starting to get into the mountain territories, boys. Well, maybe. I don't know. Okay, no. Oh, wait, nope. Keep it going. Keep her going. But yeah, I got a couple things to do for the TS community, honestly. Because that's a lot of little work there. I need to double check on what is required to run that scenario, because I think I use some Searchlight stuff. which will probably need to be updated. But aside from that, I think most of it's all like standard stuff that I've been using for a while. We got a 55 coming up here. Alright, we're slowing down here. 55 limit coming up here. What's that up there? Yep, that's a warning board. 55. We should be good though. We're not losing. We're not at track speed yet. You get a little bit more speed out of this little one. We are slowing down. I mean, we're at notch 8 now, and we're still slowing a little bit. I see why they had this scenario a little bit more tougher, honestly. Funny. Are we on a steeper grade? No, we're on the 1%. So those curves do bite us. That's funny. I guess that makes sense. The curves will bite you. Alright, we're at notch 8. Don't be late, boys. And then we've got a 60 coming up after this. That's interesting. Why do we have a 60 and a 4? Why do we have a 50 and a 60 right after that? That's weird. Ooh, hello. Hello. There's a nice little curve here. Let's see. Can I get a good shot? There's signals here. Nice little curve. Oh yeah, that is a good shot. Back in a little bit more here. Woo. Yeah, we're slowing down significantly here. What the hell? What the hell, boy? Okay, they've got a green. They've got a clear on the other track there, boy. Alright. We're still slowing. Not doing too bad, though. You can see the locomotive just climbing the hill. Should be good, though. Screenshot time. There go the headlights. Man, that's a beautiful shot. I love... That is beautiful. Bang! There we go. That's our thumbnail. Watch as the whole train passes by. Woohoo! That's a pretty heavy train. I just noticed that most of our cars are loaded. Here we go. There's no truck sounds. There's literally no audio with the freight cars as they roll by. That is terrible. You can barely hear anything. Not sure how fast we're going, but I think we're going pretty fast. Last car. Clear. Yeah, that's a video. Oh, we're at 47? Really? We didn't even break track speed. That's funny. That's funny. All right, cool. Now that's gonna be a short for sure, or thumbnail. I don't know. We'll do something with it. Maybe an end car, actually. Now think about it. Do we have another S-bend coming up here? I would love to get another shot of that S-bend. Yeah, we're slowing. We're slowing. We're 47. Almost 46. Yeah. We've got our throttle at notch 8. We're in full power, full beans, and we're slowing. That's pretty cool. Next waypoint. Cut Bank. Oh, I know where Cut Bank is. Yeah, we're in the mountains here. There. Cut Bank Creek, yeah. Yeah, now I see where we're at. Cut Bank. Okay, we're on... Where are we at on the territory here? Okay, we're on the eastern end of the route. So the western end of the route... Yeah, oh my god, this is long. I didn't realize how long this route is, man. That's impressive. Back to the locomotive, please. Whee! Let's go via. Whoops. Alright, there's a locomotive. There's a train coming up our way. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, yeah, there is a train coming this way. Cool. See him on the HUD? What's going on over there? Oh, well, doesn't matter. 60... Yeah, 46 miles an hour. We're kind of slowing. We're on a 1% grade, so it's not too bad. Brakes are kicking off there. Air brake hiss. I got another locomotive coming here. See if I can do this correctly. There you go, medium. Alright, train rolling by. That's probably why they were not sounding too loud, because they're probably in dynamic. These locomotives sound great though, I will say. Okay, brakes on again. A lot of freight here. A unit train of grain. Another signal coming up here. Oh yeah. Is that the top of the grade? Looks like it. Did not see that. That was 20 seconds, wasn't it? Alright, we're starting to pick up speed here. Good. You can still go 60 miles an hour, so I'm not too worried about it. What's plus? Okay. That's the other side, right? I hope so. Alright, we're here. Near the top of the grade. At least I think. I don't know where the top of the grade is here. I haven't run this. I think Cut Bank is pretty high up. This is Montana, after all. It's rather... Montana's rather mountainous, deceptively mountainous. Alright. Should check on where we're going here. 1 mile out. Now we're 1.25 mile out. The last stop is over here at 30 miles. Not bad. There's another crossing. Damn it! I wasn't sure, but I guess there was. Oh, here's another curve here. That's cool. Oh, Jesus! Dynamic! And we've got a 30 coming up here. Holy shit, we need to put on the brakes. Apply brakes. We've got a... Oh, is it a crossover? We're going to crossovers. Yeah, we need to put on the brakes hard. Woohoo! Yeah, I bet you I'm going to derail here, aren't I? Suppression! Oh no, we're slowing down. We're slowing down. We're going to be below 30. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. All right, release the brakes. There we go. Whew. Made it. No. Whew. No. Wait. Gotta be careful. We have a clear. Huh, interesting. Didn't realize there was a 30 curve here, and we're going down grade, so that's interesting. Are we clear? Are we crossing over? No, we're not. Okay, that's interesting. All right, keep it on those grades here. I wonder why we have a 30 here. Doesn't seem like we would have a 30 out here. That was close. I might put in Kenosha there and then just completely end it. Like, just revert. I don't know. Oh, there goes the speed there. You see the train? I was wobbling a little bit. I just noticed that. The real locomotive's wobbling. That's interesting. So the track's a little rough out here, eh? Alright. Yoink. Oh! What is going on here? We have a single set of ST40s. Or not ST40s. GEVOs. ES44 specifically. And then we've got a Oh, wait, are we going into the yard? No, we wouldn't be going into the yard. More dynamics! Which one's a shove? We will shove it. Zoom out a little bit. Oh yeah, that's definitely downgrade there. There we go. Got it. That's a good one. Wonder why we got a 30 here. We're not going into the yard, are we? We got a clear. We have a clear. Oh, is this Cut Bank yard? It's like there. I think there's a yard. I didn't know there was a yard here in Cut Bank. Yeah, there's a bit of a yard here at Cut Bank, so we're just going. Oh, I should have been. Okay, I'll put. Okay, highball through the yard, bro. Bro, I didn't realize there was a yard here at Cut Bank. That's cool. That's why that name sounds familiar. Remember, okay, that's fair. We're on a 0.8% grade, so that's pretty steep out here. Slammed on the brakes too hard and just flung it. I didn't realize with 30, and okay. I haven't run this route long enough to actually figure out the speed limit here just yet. Going super fast here, holy fuck. A little bit less on the dynamics. Town here, Cut Bank, huh. Another signal coming up. Are we gonna clear out there? Yeah, we gotta clear. I think we got priority freight at this point. At least I think. I don't know. Still at 30. We're running for so long at high speeds, now we're kind of slowing. Large tower. Oh yeah, this is a nice little town here. Big old fat yard. Oh, there's crossing. Oh, there's cars waiting at the crossing at least. You don't see that very often. There we go. And there's a platform here too. Probably for the Empire Builder. Yeah, that's probably for the Empire Builder. Is that Amtrak? Yeah, it is Amtrak. Okay. A little bit more in the dynamics, sir. You're going a little fast. And use the dynamics, and we're going to interchange it with the brakes here. Oh, there we go. 35 coming up here. Still kind of slow. Huh, actually. Running fast for a little bit, and then fling it down the mountain at high speed. Okay, we got a 35, and then a 45 after that. What the hell's going on up there? Whoops. Bro. Got a clear up there. A little bit more of the dynamics, sir. Squealing tires on there. Cool. Alright. Made it through here. Oh, it's single track now. What the hell? Wait a minute. What's this bridge? Oh, yeah, we gotta get a screenshot of this. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going. That's gonna definitely be a good screenshot there. Got it. I did not realize there was a bridge here. That's cool. A little viaduct, actually. I honestly like viaducts here. Alright, we're going to try something else here. I'll get another shot of this. Trying to look for a good shot or a good angle of this. I feel like I should. I feel like I'm a helicopter. Helicopter, helicopter. There you go. There you go, coupler. Wait, coupler? What? Oh. Really? That's the only part that's single track there. Funny. That's funny. Huh. Interesting. That's weird. Alright, well, made it through Cut Bank. Next waypoint in 10 miles. We're actually almost done with the scenario already. 25 miles out. That's cool. We're already about 41 minutes in, so it shouldn't take us too long to get over there. They did say it was a 65-minute scenario, so I'm not going to be too surprised if it's a little over that. Got a couple of rail fanning shots. Oh, we're slowing down significantly here. Why are we... Oh, I think we're going upgrade now. Are we going upgrade? We cut off the dynamics. Oh, we're on level track. Yeah, we're on level track here. Hang on. I'm going to shut the dynamics off. Alright, let it coast. Alright, we're out on 45. We can open up the throttle a bit. Well, that went fast. There's crossing over here. The fuck? What is going on here? We're at 1.3% grade now. Where's that crossing? There it is. I see it. Alright, we're through. Man, you can barely hear the horn over this engine sound. Muffled. Horn's a little muffled there. Climbing the grade now. I believe we're on mountain territory now, boys. We're now in the mountains. Hopefully. We'll get some mountain shots here anyway. Well, we're notch 3. We're not doing too bad. Not going downgrade, we're not going upgrade, but we are on a 1% grade. Oh, we're leveling out here. Alright, going back over here, check on the train here. You see the super elevation here. My god. We're still climbing the hill. The brakes come off. Alright. You're doing okay. Slamming the brakes, flinging up the hill. There we go. Now we can put up the throttle. Alright. So, what else? I'll make sure. Oh, that's actually... I think this is one of the areas where a promo shot was taken, actually. See if I can do this. Woo! Zoom out a little bit so we can get the promo shot. Promo! That's funny. Yeah, that's definitely where a promo shot was taken. That's funny. That is rather hilarious. I got a couple screenshots in this run, didn't I? That's actually, honestly, I do like Repo's GP60s, and I will say, if this is the model that's being brought over to Train Sim World, I will be very happy with it. I honestly loved Repo's work on the GP60 for Train Sim Classic. I will not be against the idea of bringing over the GP60 for Train Sim World at all. In fact, I'm probably going to be one of the first people to get it when it comes out. Now, granted, it's from Heist Iron Simulations. It is not from Repo himself or themselves. I'm not sure if it's a guy or somebody. I think Repo's a guy. But Repo has done amazing work with these locomotives. Paint could be a little bit better, honestly. I will admit that, but it is what it is. But if in fact these are the models that are going to be brought over to Trains and World. And again, I'm not saying they are. That's been kind of more of a rumor, if anything. But if they are, I will be more than happy to play around with them for a video or two. In fact, I have a few videos planned for the next couple of days, or next couple of weeks, actually. Because I messed around with the Santa Fe Santa Fe pack a little bit, but never really finished up with it. I haven't done a lot with European equipment lately. I need to do that as well. I'm the grade here. Quite nicely, I might add. I might knock it down to 4. But there is one collection of, like, there's a lot of things I need to work on as well for game, for just hobbies stuff and whatnot. I do have a couple projects in the works, and messing around with the GP60s is not bad, honestly. Is there a G? No, they do not. Oh, it's an EMD, not a GE. Duh. Okay, another crossing? Another crossing. That's a milepost. Never mind. Yeah, we're not in the mountains just yet, but we're getting there. We got 4 waypoints before we're at the end of the scenario. Alright, 20 miles. Ah! We've only been drawn. Okay. Last time I checked the recording, it was saying 45 minutes. Now it's saying 47 minutes. It's only been 2 minutes. So I said we've only been operating for 2 minutes. What the hell is going on? All right, afternoon. Long train. Ooh. What the? Okay. Didn't even notice that. I guess my phone buzzed at me a while back and I didn't even notice it. Alright. We'll finish this run up and then make sure we can get up the grade. We have 3 more waypoints after this. It's not look. Oh. Wait, that's like 6 miles, right? Yeah, 6 miles. We have a 60 mile an hour limit coming up here. Good. We actually open her up again. Not sure if we'll make it up the hill at 60 miles an hour, but we'll give it a shot. Well, then again, considering we're actually making up speed here, that's pretty good. 4 notch 4 on the locomotive seems to be pretty good. Is that another locomotive coming our way? We got a 45 limit here, and that's the tail end of the contest. Yeah, we're climbing the grade. It's 1% up here. We have a flat. Oh yeah, there's another train coming up this way. Yeah, 2. Wait, is he stopped at the signal, or are we ahead of schedule here? Might be a little ahead of schedule here.